UPSC IAS exam. 2016 IUCN Rec List of India. India is a diverse nation with only 2.4% of the world's land area. It accounts for 7 to 8% of all recorded species, counting over 45,000 species of plants and 91,000 species of animals. The globally identified for biodiversity hotspots in 34 hotspots are in India. They are the Himalayas, the Western Ghats, the Northeast, and the Nicobar Islands. In 1969, India became a state member of IUCN. The office of IUCN India, located in New Delhi, was established in 2007. The agency works with commissions and members to lessen the destruction of habitat and species by providing the essential instruments and awareness to preserve biodiversity and several associated issues, etc. About IUCN. The International Union for Conservation of Nature IUCN is the leading international environmental organization. It was established in 1948. It is headquartered in Geneva. The organization is funded by governments, member organizations, bilateral and multilateral agencies, etc. Functions of IUCN. The IUCN's acknowledged endeavor is to help the world find realistic elucidation to the most vital environment challenges. The mission of IUCN is to persuade, promote and help societies to preserve the diversity of nature. The aim is to protect the nature and sustainable utilization of natural resources. It also integrates matter of poverty alleviation, climatic change, biodiversity, and gender equality. The IUCN publishes IUCN Rec List of Threatened Species. IUCN Rec List India UPSC. The IUCN Rec List of Threatened Species was created in 1964. This is the world's most inclusive record of the worldwide conservation status of biological species. The species are categorized into 9 groups by the IUCN Rec List. IUCN.jpg. IUCN Category. Extinct. A species becomes extinct when the last existing member of that family dies. Extinct in wild. Undoubtedly the last member has died, but the captive member endures. Critically endangered. The critically endangered species face an extremely high risk of extinction in the immediate future. Endangered. The endangered species are the species which faces the high risk of extinction in the near future. Vulnerable. The vulnerable species facing the risk of extinction in the medium-term future. Near threatened. Close to qualifying among threatened species. Least concern. Low risk to extinction. Data deficient. Insufficient data to generate an analysis. Not evaluated. Not assessed against criteria. Here we are giving the entire list of endangered species in India as per IUCN list. The list contains critically endangered, and vulnerable species. This is an important topic in upcoming UPSC Civil Services examination. Sumatran rhinoceros. Scientific name, Dicerrhinus sumatransis. Status, critically endangered, found in foothills of the Himalayas in Bhutan and northeast India, all the way through southern China, Myanmar, Thailand, Vietnam, Cambodia, Borneo in Indonesia, and the islands of Sumatra. The chief threats to these species are poaching and reduced population feasibility. These animals were hunted for their horns, skin, and for some medicinal purposes. Kashmir stag. Scientific name, Cervus canadensis, hangblue, also called hangbull. State animal of Kashmir. Found in high-altitude regions of northern India and Pakistan. Now present only in Gam National Park. Kashmir habitat destruction, overgrazing by domestic livestock, and poaching are the major threats faced by it. Himalayan brown or red bear. Himalayan brown bear. Status, critically endangered. It is also known as the Himalayan red bear, Isaiah bear, etc. Found in northern India, northern Pakistan, northern Afghanistan, Tibet and Nepal. They are omnivorous and hibernate during the winters. The major threat was loss of appropriate habitat and unscientific anthropogenic activities. Pygmy hog. Pygmy hog. The pygmy hog is the smallest and the rarest wild squid in the world. Status, critically endangered. These species of pigs in the wild are seen in Manas National Park. Previously, they were extensively spread in the Himalayan foothills extending from Uttar Pradesh to Assam. Andaman white-tooth shrew. Andaman white-tooth shrew. Scientific name, Crocodura andamanensis. The Andaman white-tooth shrew is an endemic species of the South Andaman Island. This species is endangered by habitat destruction due to tsunami and other anthropogenic activities on the island, except inside the national park. Campana soft-furred rat. Scientific name, status, critically endangered. It is an endemic species to India. It is found in Singar Plateau near Pune in Maharashtra state. The main threats to these species are loss of habitat, overgrazing of vegetation and annoyance from archaeological sites and tourists. It is listed in the considered discriminant according to the Indian Wildlife Protection Act, 1972. Elvira rat or large rock rat. Scientific name, Cramnomis elvira. Status, critically endangered. These species are found in the Kurubakadi, Salem district in Tamil Nadu. This region is located in the eastern Ghats. The major threats faced by these species are loss of habitat due to mining, the expansion of human settlement. An Namdapha flying squirrel. An Namdapha flying squirrel. Scientific name, Boswamopterus biswaysi. Status, critically endangered. The Namdapha flying squirrel found in Namdapha National Park in the state of Arunachal Pradesh. Poaching is the major threat faced by these animals. These animals are poached for food. Malabar large spotted civet. Scientific name, Vipera civetina. Status, critically endangered. Malabar civet is an endemic species found in the western Ghats of southern India. The major threats faced by these species are poaching, loss of habitat, etc. The Malabar civet is used for the extraction of musk. Red panda. Scientific name, Pygmy Hog. Status, endangered as its population has declined up to 50%. The red panda is found particularly along the Myanmar-Yunnan border, India, Nepal, Bhutan and China. These are closely connected with montane forests with thick bamboo forest. The main problems faced by these species are destruction of habitat, poaching, and disintegration. These species are used for different use including medicine, wild meat, etc. In India, it is found in 19 protected or otherwise managed areas. This includes Barsi Rhododendron Sanctuary, Kanchenjunga National Park and Pikyamnathla Alpine Sanctuary and Shingda Rhododendron Sanctuary. Wild cats. Scientific name, Equus hemio. News status, near threatened entity.